In this episode, we break down all the drama from today's Indonesian Grand Prix. Jorge Martin took a lights-to-flag victory, exacting revenge on the Mandalika circuit after last year's heartbreak. We discuss how Pedro Acosta kept the pressure on Martin throughout the race, and dive into the crashes, technical failures, and the fact that only 12 bikes finished the event. Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm Jack, your host for another episode of Revin.co, where we dive deep into the latest news on Motogp. Whether you're on your morning ride or kicking back at home, we've got you covered with everything happening on and off the track. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest Motogp news. Let's jump right into it. Today's Indonesian Grand Prix delivered intense action and drama from start to finish. Jorge Martin made an impressive comeback after crashing in Saturday's sprint, securing a dominant lights-to-flag victory. His win puts him 21 points ahead of title rival Francesco Bagnaia, who finished third in the race. But what could have been a tighter championship battle was solidified with Pedro Acosta's second-place finish, which was initially flagged for a tyre pressure penalty, but later cleared due to a leaking wheel rim. For Martin, this win was more than just a points boost, it was personal redemption. After crashing out of a commanding lead in the 2023 Indonesian GP and falling from first on the opening lap of this year's sprint, Martin had some ghosts haunting him throughout the race. Reflecting on the victory, Martin admitted, "I got revenge from Mandalika. After 13 laps, I had some ghosts on my mind in corner 11, and then every lap in corner 16. Despite the mental pressure, he stayed focused and carefully managed the race to claim his third main race win of the season." The tyre pressure drama didn't end with Acosta. Brad Binder, who finished 8th, and Takaki Nakagami, who finished 11th, were also investigated. Binder was cleared of any wrongdoing, but Nakagami received a 16-second penalty, dropping him one position to 12th. At the start, Jorge Martin surged into the lead, followed by Enea Bastianini and Acosta. Bagnaia had a slow start and found himself in 4th, just ahead of Marc Marquez. Early drama erupted at turn 3, when Jack Miller triggered a pile-up, wiping out Aleix Espargaro, Luca Marini, and Alex Marquez. After a review by the stewards, no further action was taken, and Miller later apologized, explaining it was a racing incident, saying, "It all closed up. Typical first lap sort of thing. I admit I was in the wrong." The race's turning point came when Bastianini, showing great pace, closed in on Acosta, cutting the gap to 1.5 seconds. However, with 7 laps to go, Bastianini crashed at turn 1, allowing Bagnaia to claim third place. Bagnaia fought hard to recover from a poor start and struggled early with pace, like many of the factory Ducati riders. However, his third-place finish keeps him in the title hunt, albeit now trailing Martin by 21 points. The early pile-up caused by Jack Miller was a major talking point in the race. Miller took responsibility for the incident, explaining how the chaos of the first lap led to his mistake. "I was trying to manage a million things at once, racing side by side with Aleix Espargaro, but when I grabbed the brakes to avoid Maverick, she went down," Miller said. He emphasized how challenging it is starting from further back in the grid. When you start 16th, it's chaos. The first few laps are your only chance to make some passes, because once the rhythm settles, it's tough to overtake. I had no intention of causing the crash, and I want to apologize to the guys I took down. He added, "I think the stewards were right to label it a racing incident. It was just bad luck for everyone involved." The Indonesian GP highlighted just how brutal MotoGP can be as the championship nears its final stages. With 5 rounds remaining, Martin has gained the upper hand, but the pressure from Bagnaia remains high as the season races toward its conclusion. After only 12 bikes finished the race, do you think the Mandalika circuit is one of the most challenging on the calendar? Can Jorge Martin maintain his championship lead, or will Bagnaia make a comeback in the final rounds? Was Jack Miller's first lap crash just a racing incident, or should the stewards have taken action given the pile-up it caused? If you enjoyed this episode, Don't forget to give us a like. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single update. We've got more news, insights, and behind-the-scenes content coming your way every week. Stay tuned.